Zach attack. If there hadn't been a tornado warning, I would not have gotten caught. My lie would have been perfectly foolproof sealed had the sky not decided to suffocate the clouds. The good news is, the guy turned out to be a prick. Like weeks later, when I was so depressed, my gastroenterologist had to ask me if I needed meds. Like the dude tasked to look at the remnants of the stomach ulcer I gave myself at 14, Zach, he's now an eye doctor, I Googled him, it's absolutely him, tells me on the phone, after I tell him that I am both bulimic and depressed, that if I'm better in a month, call him. If not, don't even bother, he says. The joke is obviously that no one recovers from an eating disorder or depression in 28 days, if ever at all. But the real joke is that I told my mother I was at a friend's when really I was on a date with Zach at Old Orchard movie theaters, and I have just purchased the Beastie Boys' new album, Hello Nasty. Now you know the year, but I'll tell you anyway what movie it was we went to see. There's Something About Mary. And it is the zipper scene when I turn to my left and find my mother sitting there with both an umbrella and a sterile smirk. I ask her if we should go outside. Oh yes, she says. She thinks we should. I tell Zach, I'll be right back. And I am caught. There will be no taste of peppermint on his lips. I will leave Hello Nasty in a plastic bag on the floor of the passenger seat of his car like a discarded candy wrapper or a used surgical mask on the sideway in Brooklyn where I will one day live. Here is the kicker. We met in spring. He sent me an email trying to reach my best friend who had given out my AOL account in order for people from her sleepaway camp to find her during the year. In 2021, we share streaming service passwords with our besties. In 1998, one of us would hold down the AIM and email address on AOL, so he was looking for her, but he found me. We started flirting on AIM. Then the night before I left myself for sleepaway camp, he called me and we talked on the phone. He thought I was amazing and so easy to talk to, the way the boys always told me they felt, the way I shoved myself into 2 houses and homes, a good personality, next door to a fat body and an ugly face. I am either your best friend or I am your easy blowjob or eventually an easy fuck. Zach didn't know what I looked like because we didn't have selfies easily accessible to send across our phones. So I was nervous what he'd think. I didn't want to disappoint. I wanted him to be prepared. I wasn't skinny. And while I did actually think that I was pretty, I was too afraid to tell myself that when the mirror wasn't glancing back at me from above the bathroom sink. I tell him I am curvy, big boobs, big butt, voluptuous, the word I use. I compare myself to Tiffany Amber Thiessen in Beverly Hills 90210. He sends me letters when I get to camp. I hope you don't look like a whale. Which brings me to our date. He'd driven from Chicago. He had his license and a car. The real tornado, him. Don't bother, he said. So we never spoke again. Thank you.